Rek'Sai, he can still just trade very effectively. Now there's the Nico taken away from Lucio, so looks like Karma going to be the answer here.
And I'm going to be honest, the double flex picks for Vitality don't feel like they've earned them a massive advantage here, because I look at the side of the LEC.
Specifically,
LEC team
Specifically
finals
at
of
an international
worlds,
event as Humanoid flashes forward. Easy setup here. Lens is going to hit him with a briefcase. The flick back doesn't do anything.
Maybe Yike.
If a ward spots
Steal.
this.
Oh.
Oh!
How did he keep doing that?
Can we get his vision when we
Wasn't spotted on, so I think he just assumed, having not seen him gone back in towards his jungle, that he must have been on the objective.
Oh.
So nicely done.
all in? Kana interrupted on the tunnel out. Knock trying to stop him from getting to the next tunnel. Unfortunately, he cannot because Rek'Sai, hilarious champion. Luckily for him, though, Humanoid on the way here. Goes under, comes right back out with the Void Rush, and down he goes. Vitality. Genius. Lens is in a good spot. Yike gonna go for maybe another steal. Thinks better of it. Instead, perhaps a mid lane play. Nope. Debating.
What if he just steals this
Really
again?
loves theft.
Yeah.
Stealth. He's hiding in the bush.
Why is my man playing Splinter Cell? What happened anyway? Here we go.
He's gonna steal it.
Steal it.
Oh,
Nope.
he didn't. Oh, he did get it.
He got the one. He got the one. Void Grub's going
And
over.
he
They're
gets
going to
the
try to kill
kill.
the Mundo. Mundo's still healing up for a while. Lens is now running away. The Q coming in, and now Humanoid might be in trouble as Lucio is on the chase.
They go to top lane right now. He doesn't let it happen. All he needed was a little roam from Humanoid, a little roam, and he is taking over right now.
Started with a small
he took
bomb in the
tower.
corner gold, and now he's tying tower.
Are you
and he
kidding
dies.
me?
Jack, shut up, bro. You're cursing
Happy
players.
to take it.
Yeah, Callista's basing. Yike goes for the top camps. Has one Drake going over for Vitality, and it's going to be the Mountain Soul. You know?
Yeah.
Sure, or an assist, yeah. He just wants to be barred so bad. Humanoid flash forward, easy setup, briefcase connects, and now there's really nowhere for Talia to go. She's got to run for her life. They're trying to CC the Mundo. They're using everything they have to keep Yahoo standing. And it looks like it's enough as Yike finally arrives. Ball breaker forward, but the snare from Fleshy.
So we'll just back away.
Yike is just pressuring alone here, even though Callista's 100 HP under tower. He's still trying to find something. The Drake here, they see Humanoid on top, and they want to pull the trigger. Kana already TPing in.
Yike taking his time, trying to find a target to ult T2. Kana off on the side. Knock may try to ult him, but a bit more damage comes through. Forces the flash out early.
Callista's so low. Vitality hold all the cards now.
Yike might just want to go for the 50-50, but needs to be careful. Flash away. No time for the vault breaker. A little bit of damage coming for KC. Redemption to heal Vitality right back up. Mountain Drake secured by KC. Now they need to get out. But they get what they want.
But the Rip Trail is in mid. So still a lot of pressure here from Vitality. They should be able to fall back and take that mid lane turret. TP to top from Nako can be matched here by, or actually can't be matched with the Rek'Sai anymore. So maybe actually 2 turrets off that play.
The champion, because it looks like there's 2 Vi's on my map right now. And now there's 2.
Isn't it funny that nobody says, you know how people were always like, 2 chefs?
Like KC now at least get the push on mid. Will also get top lane turret off of the reset timer from Vitality. And Nako's trying to hide.
Yeah, he might be in trouble here. Although he doesn't get spotted, but maybe Yahoo is in trouble if he buys enough time here.
Get the
As the rest of KC.
That's the ulti. Unstoppables. The Realm Warp starts to come in. Yahoo's just dead. Thought he was safe. Had 2 members, 2 teammates waiting in the brush to support him.
Kana's bot lane.
They want to play it slow, play for the towers, take the small leads. But I love this sort of cheesiness that Nako looks for.
For 3 items on Yunara, they don't technically have to take the fight, look for trades, but
Bliss going in for the 1v1. Humanoid suddenly thinking better. I don't know if he wins out on this one. Seraph's shield is there. Kless still continuing to walk forward. Yike waiting off to the side. Wants to lock up. Humanoid immediately goes for the ulti. Kless just dives in, picks up the kill, breaks a tower of his own, and we're just going blow for blow, band for band. How does he want to get into this one? If we could see his vision, show the pressure on him to try to find his way in. As Lucio finds the flank off to the side, Karzi caught out immediately, gonna get flicked back, but now it's Nako arriving in the meantime. Karzi's still living for a moment, but it's Kana to seal the deal. Uses the ulti, Linsis on the run, as is Nako. Ball breaker there, Linsis locked up, they're not able to break the passive. Now starting to run, he's just too fast.
Lucio learning the guerrilla tactics from Nako. He should be able to just burst this out. Humanoid's in that bottom side.
Yike, can he get it? Linsis wants baiting if he wants to poke his head and isn't going to take the risk as Clone continues to be a nuisance. Linsis now ready to chase. Kana presumably has a tunnel soon as he tries to sidestep as the Yike goes right back in, looking to lock up Karzi, but the rest of the team just isn't there. A play they did not need to make.
And Yike needed to ulti Nako.
Yike did so much in this game, but horrors of his old Vi plays coming back to mind as KC now stepping up. Yeah, who goes in to separate?
The wall to separate with 4K, the objective's getting lower. It would take a miracle for them to steal this one. Lens is immobile. unmovable. 1800 does manage to take away the Baron, and immediately Vitality re-engage, and now it's a disaster for KC. Knock living far too long as Kana tries to finish the kill. Double knockup comes through again, but he can't tunnel over the wall as Karzi drops him. It's Baron to Vitality.
So Vitality are a bit on the clock here. They want to try to make the best use of this Nash that they can. 1 minute left. They're going to get the tier 2 bot. What more can they get?
They don't have waves set up anywhere else.
Karzi, if he overextends.
Humanoid isolated on the side. Kana finds the initial knockup. Wall laid down by Yehu. Humanoid now ghosting away. Redemption coming in to keep him relatively healthy. He's just fast enough to escape for now. Trying to get back into the realm where fancy footwork, but the knockup is there in time for Kana. Humanoid down, shut down for Yehu.
Massive pick for
Lucio fishes for a flank. Sends the clone forward first since they don't have vision in the brush. 4K getting lower, the 50-50, a smite fight, but they don't want to take it. They're going to knock up Linces and take him down instead immediately as Hellfire just disappears. Karzi taking down Bucio, but at the cost of the soul.
They try
someone
to
on side lane without using the power of Humanoid, and currently he's the one on side, so now they find the lockup onto Knock-Knocko. Redemption healing coming in. Knock-Knocko living for far too long. Solid fight is there though. Knock-Knocko goes back in looking to pop Yike. Yike barely living. Yike holding on. Sundering a bit of sky to keep the dreams alive as KC now retreats. Humanoid stepping forward, but Kalist free to start unleashing damage. Dash over the wall. Kana coming from behind. The Rek'Sai will not find the angle. It's a bloody little brawl, and Karzi wants to make the difference. GA pop. Bucio can't go in, but he's gonna try anyway. Lock up there. Q through. Flashback from Yike. Humanoid off on the side, trying to burn through Kana's health bars. A close spot battle. Flash forward. Knock up from Kana. Yehu not there with the follow-up damage. The Sarah's proc just in time to keep Humanoid standing. Vitality turning it. Karzi popping off. Karzi health bar. The hold
The smite.
has the smite, but no
He
flash.
can't get in.
Can Q forward, take the blast cone, gets it in, but he cannot steal it. Not today. Linces secures this one.
Bro, can stole that. Like, I would be. I would
No,
be
it's just as
mind-blown.
done. It's, yeah.
List alone is not enough to hold here in mid lane.
You're just man down. KC knows they have to back away from these outer turrets. They're just sending Yehu to push aside and hope that at least they can play off of the 2 lanes and try and nullify the pressure. But 10 seconds until Yike. And it's going to be 10 seconds too late as Vitality will take the inhibitor structure.
So frustrating too when Vitality have this advantage. Fleshy able to stand back. The Mantra E, the Defiance, just to speed Vitality up and in. And
Yahoo's pushing bot. That's a silver lining for KC. But if Vitality can get this top inhib, then it would be absolutely huge for them. So much pressure for this Elder Dragon.
Knock-Knocko continuing pressure in mid-wave, just making sure there's something that has to be answered elsewhere. Double cannons, now going to be triple cannons. The tower certainly going to fall here. Still 1 minute and 30 seconds left on this Baron. KC, if they misstep while this buff is active, the game will end in the favor of Vitality. Kalist chunked, sent back to the fountain.
And that's going to be it. That chunk is enough for the inhibitor to fall. And KC struggling in game number 1 against Vitality. It's any close, but Linces doesn't get back. Kana manages to interrupt. Knock-Knocko caught as well.
Knock-Knocko clicks back. Yike immediately going to go in. Knock-Knocko needs to find a way over the wall. That's going to be the cease and desist coming through. Knock-Knocko can't find escape with an ulti of his own. He's going to get picked away 30 seconds before the L.
The jungler for Vitality is still here, and Vitality are looking for plays.
Humanoid on the flank. Yahoo about to get immediately deleted, but the knockup from Bucio is there. Down goes Karzi. Humanoid, the last major source of damage left. He's getting deleted just as quickly, but he manages to take one with him. The shield is massive. How is this Rise alive? Marek Frosta.
I can't believe it myself. And as Kalist, you need, like, you're going to be kicking yourself after that one, because you could have used the fact that you have the longer range with the Yunari. You could have played it slower, waited for the CC, but it looked like a free kill. It was a 1 versus 4.
He's stalling on Elder. He's just waiting as long as possible to make sure the waves are in a good spot. I don't know how it ended up in the game, but now Knock-Knocko's been caught out, flick back. He's gonna die again, running for his life. Last little bit of help coming out, but now Humanoid's gonna try to 1v5 as best he can. Yike, burning, picking, holding on, will not go into the threshold, crucially.
It's going to be the bolt inhib for Vitality, but 2 big mistakes by Knock-Knocko here. Not living up to his performance from yesterday, but it might just not matter. Vitality are looking to continue the siege 4v5. They still have the Elder.
They just need the super creeps. They can look for the poke with Karzi. They can look to keep KC in their base. KC have the soul, but it has not been enough for them to hold on in this game. Vitality have been fantastic.
Been so diligent, a couple missteps most certainly, but overall still doing so well in these fights, finding these good angles, punishing KC when they overstep. The Mountain Soul not enough, and you're right, double super creeps. 3 inhibitors down. Nexus tower still standing strong. Karzi's ulti going to connect on the Kana. Vitality now pulling back. 10 seconds on Nako. TP is there. They get the flash out of Linces at the very least. 1 minute left. KC need to hold the line and be ready for a fist fight at the Baron, but Vitality don't want to give them that time. It's TP in from Nako in the battle lane. One final hold for KC. Mantra Defiance coming out. Massive shielding across all of Vitality. Not mitigating much damage.
You go. This is going to be the last wave, but it's double super creeps lined up perfectly. Yehu trying to use the wall to buy time so they can deal with the top wave.
30 seconds. Last waves here. Next one won't be there in time. Kliss putting back with the ulti in from Nako might make the difference. Kliss getting back in the fountain just out of range of being executed. Using the fountain regeneration to burn through. But Karzi's on the Nexus. Crucially, he's on the Nexus. He wants to end it here. Pana on the chase in. Nexus exposed at the edge of death. KC trying to hold on. Linces not finding the angle. Humanoid going golden. Karzi going off as he finds kill after kill. Resurrection there. Humanoid on the edge of death. But the game will end in favor of Vitality at the end. Insult to injury.
That's kind of where Nako's something that can play in the side lanes a little more, so at least that seems to be the focus. There's the rel that we were expecting. So it feels like try and play and protect Humanoid on these side lanes. Use the fact that you have that ultimate.
He had a premonition. He knew that bot lane would be explosive, and he's here for the dive.
Karzi and Fleshy jailed under their tower. If they try to backstep, they're going to be in trouble. Barrier for Karzi. Have to take this into account. Who's going to tank first? Flag and drag through. Q flash forward into Kliss. Kliss looks like he's set to fall. It's going to be a 1-for-1 in the end. No, Fleshy can't finish it. Good reaction from Kana to at least hold on to his life.
This gives so much towards Nako, though, you can see.
Q3, waiting, catches him. One more Q and an auto. Doesn't quite have the space to get it done.
But level 6 now makes it so much more difficult for Kana, because if Nako flashes on him with that knock-up, you suddenly have the ultimate that can finish him off.
Nako makes it easy!
Oh, that's Nako. That's the guy we were looking for in that game 1. Gets the solo kill with a little bit of help earlier from Linces. And with that, he's going to start building this gold lead.
Maybe proxying now, trying to get away from Yike, is just going to die. But
This
Yike
is a
will
good
take his
death.
time.
This is a literal good death.
Well, now they're all here together, taking the Drake. The counterplay for Linces is likely on the top side as he tries to finish up that crab. Does tick over to level 6, but you can see Kana pretty comfortable just playing under his tower now. Would really like to just get an early plated steel cap. The ultimate is now gone. The follow-up now coming in on the bottom lane. Fleshy finally going to arrive. Karzi all on his lonesome. Kliss keeping this raid going. Barrier down. Kliss is going to get stunned up, but happy to just chunk Karzi out.
Jarvan moving down towards his bottom side as well, though was spotted out by Humanoid, so they are aware that Yike may just be trying to fish for some sort of play. Karzi going to reset, but he turns his attention to mid.
Humanoid pathing up to the top side. Lince is zooming in as quick as he can. Pushback is there. Paranoia available, but the range not super long, and it doesn't look like it's going to be in time. Humanoid, lights turned off, and
Although it looks like Linces might be able to pick up the grubs off the back of this due to the fact that KC invested so much into this mid kill, and they have that top lane prio in Nako. So still an objective win for Vitality, but a gold lead for KC.
Very true. The one strong point for Vitality right now is Nako in that top lane, steadily working towards that Blade of the Rune King. Linces grabbing the grubs means he's that much more of a threat to the tower, but right now things more value. So KC in a good spot if it comes down to a skirmish or a fist fight, which it looks like it might in the mid lane. Yehu going in for the push is going to catch Humanoid. Dunked down immediately. Shockwave going to connect on the two. Flash over Humanoid. Oh, Fleshy! Just in the nick of time to try to save the day. Cataclysm back in though. Yike living for far too long, but Linces now starting to take over in the fight. He manages to get two. Looking out for the healing for the Dark Guard. Are you kidding me? How did he live?
Oh my god! Linces and Fleshy are there to save the day, and an extra hero for Vitality is Triumph, which saves Linces and grants Vitality 3 kills off the back of that engage that KC started.
He's not done. Flushing the top lane, ready to crash
X-Flash
down over the wall. E through, immediate ulti, shattering strike, tanking the tower to set up on the Kana, flash out, but he's invisible! Nako wants to get it back!
No way.
Oh, it's every absolute nightmare!
Misses on the Q! Kana sidesteps barely!
alive to make this play keep going for Vitality is now.
Flash in, the charm on the Karzi, but he manages to Valk out just in the nick of time. Fleshy in trouble now. Karzi's flash gone. Fleshy, no way to get away from this one. Will finally fall. A nice pick from KC.
And a crash down turned into a crash out as they weren't able to get away from Cannon, tanking it to try and
Kraken
pace.
first for Knock-Knocko too. Not even the Blade of the Rune King, as Karzi's going to be the one in trouble. Charm lands, immediate feather pullback. Karzi able to Valk away to safety for a brief moment. Busio can't take another tower shot. Sliver of HP, but Humanoid is here. Sidestep's good.
No way.
Run, Busio, run! The W!
way.
He's dancing. Oh, he's not fast enough, guys. He's gonna die. There you go. Okay. But the first two dodges were pretty clean.
And he gave it a timing window for Kalista to actually escape, because if he dies, they collapse on bot. And that could have been an
Now
absolute
Yehu's pushing
disaster.
mid lane, but Linces is waiting over the wall, and surprise, it's Rel from out of nowhere to try to lock this one down. He's nearsighted, he's feared, he's a scared boy, but they're still gonna find a way to take him out. Linces grabbing the kill.
Go and contest on the Rift Herald. And they may even try and push for a little bit more on that top side afterwards. Fleshy going to hold off on the reset. Kalist taking the midway tower. It is gone completely bizarre in this game.
20 seconds ago, Vitality had a 1,000 gold lead. Now they've lost a Herald and a tower, and we're right back to dead even. They get the flash, and that's what's big. You highlighted it. The easy roam down to the bottom side, knowing they have mid-prio. Now, though, they want to extend the play. Dash back from Yehu. Lince is waiting on the spell shield. The heal just going to make sure that he gets away. They pushed a bit too
here,
far.
so Knock-Knocko continues to push.
Yeah. Vitality ran out of bullets. They used both the Orianna ult and the Nocturne ult and weren't able to find anything with it. And with that, KC secured the second dragon. And you can see the difficulties that teams have run into with this Nocturne Orianna combo. Humanoid wants to try to look for a sneaky play here.
Moving forward, movement
Yike
speed.
is covering.
Yike is there. Humanoid just delivered into the waiting arms of Yike. A nice initial stun to Yehu, and they managed to get one. But remember, Humanoid has the tanky build. He's got a Roa. He's trying to get tricky with it because Busio's on the way down. No, the movement would have to be too
legs!
clean.
Move the legs!
The movement would have to be too clean. He's too fast! Oh, he's styling on them. Pull back, command, protect. A little bit more shielding. Busio on the way in. The Dragon Strike gonna get it, but now Linces is here. They want to try and finish off Yike. A nice initial exhaust from Busio to try and stop the play. They're turning things back to stop the CC from Fleshy, but he gets the cooldown just in time. Knock-Knocko ready to go, but he needs a knock-up. He didn't go in on the earlier one. He has one of his own! It's a scheme landing on them! Are you kidding me? He extends his play. Vitality winning out!
Knock-Knocko is making a montage in this game as he's flashing onto Yike, doing a little keyblade on his head, takes him down. As we go into the replay here, it starts off with Humanoid walking up a bit too far. Yahoo gets the wall on him.
But Yike also used the flag and drag to get into position, which meant he didn't have it to stop the combo from Humanoid. That's the damage that they need. Now Fleshy with a knockback forces the flash.
Oh, we're not done.
perfect.
The fights are just going to keep happening. Of course, the feathers are flying. Probably not.
That's what's keeping Knock-Knocko from defending this bot lane turret.
It's going to be the tower taken down in the bottom lane, shifting the gold a little bit back. I was so happy.
Well, Vitality will get the mid tower. A little bit extra gold.
Afterwards, I was going to say for the fight, but
Vitality, they're looking to maybe contest or just buy time, fake it out. I mean, Vitality did one last game up against the Mountain Soul, so they're not scared of giving them the soul point here.
Now I'm going to put the mid lane here too, while Humanoid at least grabs
Knock-Knocko. So you're kind of at two big item breakpoints. Didn't feel comfortable, but Knock-Knocko feels comfortable.
going in, looking for the spin, locks up Kalist. Busio going to try to make the hero play. Kalist stone cold as he manages to stay standing. Knock-Knocko trying to dash away, but just gets locked up and taken down. Humanoid off on the flank, fishing for that shockwave. Has the death cap, but Yahoo freeze frame, he goes gold, and the lockup is just not there. And now Kana has arrived to try to make the difference in the fight. Humanoid on the retreat. KC taking their sweet time in this fight. But Karzi ready to turn it back. The Gatling gun. He's got no more time left as Kalist runs him down. KC survive Knock-Knocko's engage and turn it right back around.
And Knock-Knocko went too deep, and the hero up.
This might have just been enough for KC with this. Oh, actually, hang on. In live.
Meanwhile, a live play. Kana pushing a bit too far in the mid lane is very fast with that passive active, but the immediate flick back is going to set up the ulti and a shutdown now for Knock-Knocko. Happy to have. And I think the really big thing, they got Seekers in the previous fight. Yehu does not have a lot of.
Find something afterwards, or how does Fleshy start it off?
Kana waiting over the wall. Charm from Busio. Karzi's able to dash back for a brief moment. Knock-Knocko fishing. That's the paranoia now coming out, looking for an angle into the back line. Fleshy with the multi-man ultimate. Follow-up is now coming in from Knock-Knocko. His Yike is almost immediately deleted. The resurrection coming in from the GA as Knock-Knocko manages to take down Kalist. Knock up there again as Knock-Knocko looks for 4-2. Along with the rest of the team now descending. It's a heroic performance from the Yasuo. But Yehu is looking to make the difference. A double kill as he turns it back. But I think Vitality have won this maybe. I don't think so anymore.
Kaza sniping Humanoid at the end. Conversation who was missing from today. One name that people didn't talk about on Vitality, and it was the support. This was supposed to be a gap for KC.
So far down, KC slow and controlled against this Vitality lineup.
Fleshy has to find that moment again here. Has to get that crash down, has to set up, but it's Humanoid he's engaged on.
Quick flash out, Busio's ulti coming in as well.
Knuckles resetting. KC, they're trying to burst this down. The TP's coming back in, but it's too late.
In. They know that Kaza has no access to the Zhonya's. They're hoping to get him, but he goes on the opposite side of the wall. Spell Shield is there to keep Lince standing for an extra moment. Flash into the pit. He's not going to be able to grab it. It's Calypso secures it. Now it's Knock Knock amidst the entire team. The wind wall not giving him enough space to survive. Gets an extra second, but KC, 5 members strong.
Lince's hopes to make the play, but can't quite do it. And Yike is just zoning away everyone on Vitality as Nako left alone in the pit falls at the hands of KC.
The difference of a 1/10 of a second, 200 HP left on the Baron after the smite comes down. Could have made all the difference for Vitality, even if they lose the fight, could have had that objective, but KC staying composed in this game. Soul and Baron, surely they end it here.
Have all the tools that they need. As long as Humanoid and Lince doesn't find the combo, it's very hard for the KC carries to be taken down. You have the Psy ultimate, you have flash on your carries. You have the Zhonya's on Yahoo, Sony's on Kaza, and so much heal and disengage from Busio. Vitality need a miracle.
Dashing around a lot, but doesn't have minions to stack the Q on anymore. We'll need to move to mid-wave.
They just need to find some way to get Callista's ult out. But Callista's been playing so safe, denying Vitality any real wiggle room here, because everyone else has Zhonya's, has GAs, is fine. But until then, KC will continue to push, use these shields, use the fact they have that soul to push Vitality back.
KC just want to end the game. They're looking to run it down mid here.
Touchy with the Q flash, it looks like, onto Yike. They do get a bit of a chunk onto him. Baron waves there. Q3 ready for Knock Knock. Not going to find the setup. Feathers fly right up in the air, and it's only Yike who's taking the damage to turn back. Karzi off on the side, trying to fire back. Get a bit more damage for himself. Another tornado going awry for Knock Knock as KC just continue to press forward. Yahoo finds the push onto Humanoid. Goes golden. Karzi knows he needs to fight now. Yike finding the initial knockup. They're not going to get a reset now as Karzi's off on the side. 1v1 with the Azir, and he does not like that matchup whatsoever. KC closing it out clean in the final moments to take us to game 3.
And KC strike back.
You're just going to get popped. Oh my God, they're going to do it.
I mean, Braum is really good here. KC have drafted a full comp that goes in. It's a great matchup. Braum Sin Sao procs the passive so incredibly the TP advantage on Humanoid while still being equal in
Right
HP.
on the way in. Gold card on the Yahoo, but now he's been marked up. He has to flash away from Lince. Yahoo finally going to fall. 1-for-1 trade thus far. Lince just wants to keep the fight going. Sustain versus the armor of Wukong, but this early in this game, you would think he's favored until Kaza arrives. Flash forward from Kaza, Ignite ticking as well. Lince is trying to sidestep. Yike going in for a bit more. Managed to grab the kills.
Needs to be at least equal with Yike. But Yike off to a great start here, 2-0. Picks up the first dragon for KC.
To try and get an overextended Kaza here.
Kaza's no flash.
Nako flashing in. Pathmaker pulls him back on the ult as Lince goes in. Kaza really nowhere to go with no flash available, and Nako going to grab the kill.
Awesome potential here for KC though, as Yike is on that bottom side. I like the read from Fleshy. Leaving top to move down towards this bottom side. Make sure that you're safe here as Karzi underneath the tower. And Karzi has both the tier and that lost chapter, which makes it very easy to clear out waves, makes it difficult for you to really establish a wave.
As Busio's recognized the same threat and is looking for a play here, but
3 people topside. Into Nako. The punt back is there. Q3 goes wide. Surely there's no way out of this one. Can't even dash to the minions. Does just barely manage to do so. Goes over the pull through. Wants to just clear the wave, but dies. KC recognize where Vitality are strong.
Now they're going to get some plates for Kaza and kind of shut down the one part of the map that Vitality had.
really well played by Busio there. You saw he didn't go for the combo. He knew he needed to punt him back into his team, as now Busio
ready to flash over the wall. Doesn't even need to. Waiting for the punt back, gets the knockup, waits for the combo, knows that he has to flash. The patience from Busio.
These objectives started stacking. 5 seconds now until this next dragon, and the play's on mid.
Humanoid in trouble. Dash in from Yike, can use the Sucline to look him up, but he doesn't even need it. The charm already connecting. Gold card as he tries desperately to escape. Flash in, but it's not enough to stop them. Flashing the ulti now gone as Yike tries to dash away to safety. Busio again with the interrupt to stop any potential follow-up. Q3 coming in from Linces. Manages to find the knockup on the 3 talent strike. Charm is there as well. They're desperate to get something back back on the side of Vitality. Yeah, have the smite. Kaza here as well, but Klist waiting behind. This could be a disaster for Vitality.
Humanoid as the ults can also come in and can spot everyone in KC, but they're waiting time. There's the vision.
Spotted them now. Who gets the Drake in the end? Yike manages to secure it. Is now all of KC looking for a fight. The Crescent Guard comes out, but it might just be too late. Yehu now stepping forward, getting the resets on the kill, looking to find one more with Fleshy. A reset coming in. Kaza in trouble now. One more dash remaining. Yehu looking for an angle in. Dashes the wrong way initially. Foxfire for some extra move and speed and finds the triple. 9-2. But Klist going to keep pushing this wave forward, and Nocko's individual lead just continues to dwindle.
And we talked about Busio gapping Fleshy in that game 2, and we're seeing it in game 3. Busio is everywhere on the map as they want to keep it going. They're continuing to dive them.
Fleshy on the chase as well. Yike on a rampage.
Running around this map, out macroing Vitality.
And this is such a good look for KC because honestly, Yike and Busio got outclassed in jungle support when they matched up against G2. Something I did not expect to be saying, but in this game 3, they have really come alive. So many good angles, so many great punishes on a very limited composition from Vitality. They recognized the weaknesses early on, and they've been pouncing ever since.
We haven't seen supports impact the early lane so much.
Oh, Humanoid.
Busio again.
Gold card there. He should just be able to walk away. Extra
He's not walking away.
Chasing. No, he's not. Well, he walked away. He just also died.
Yeah, he really, people dying on Vitality. It's going to happen again.
3 more members moving into the bot lane. Pathmaker for Nocko. Waiting as long as they can. Charm is there. Maybe the layering of CC is perfect. He can't do a chance to push any buttons. Are you kidding me? Kazante always gets to walk away.
But that was so well played by Busio. He leads with a headbutt and holds off on the pulverize, knowing that he can wait to see if that W is pressed by the Kazante. He uses the extended CC against the wall to get the pulverize, to set up the charm, to get the auto attacks done. Really well played by the KC support.
You know,
Kalist is roaming top, and that's the one TF
kept coming. It's
Damn. His Alistar has just been so clean this match.
to the Raptors. Did you see the Raptors move down? Second, no, he
Karzy!
didn't. Oh no! Vitality finding out firsthand. You cannot melt those. Knock.
It's dire for Vitality. AC, it's clinical, it's surgical, it's clean. They get 3 dragons. They're on the precipice of Soul. They get Baron Nashor, and with that, they will cross 10,000 gold lead. And it feels like their win is all.
Wheels have just come off in this game 3.
KC unleashed. Another combo coming in for Busio. Equalizer across the top. Fleshy living for a little bit of time here as Karzy tries to find a decent angle to keep the fight going. Fleshy running, but Yike is just too powerful. Finally, the Seraphine ultimate comes out. Now Kalist is getting involved. 1v1 versus Nocko. Nocko unstoppable, but he doesn't connect on the Pathmaker. And again, it's Busio just to stop any last sliver of hope that he might be able to win that 1v1.
And Vitality just don't have the damage. KC have ran them down.
Yike's
They're
just
looking
eating
to push mid.
7 tower shots for fun.
They're pushing mid, they're pushing top, they're gonna get the Ocean Stole. They're not gonna end the game just yet.
Protobelt, snare.
Oh, he's taking tower. Oh, that's the flash.
Yeah,
Small wins.
A
Small
little
wins.
bit too confident.
Oh?
Whoa.
Behind.
That can't be
Fleshy
good.
coming in as well. Gold card.
Oh,
Immediate McHale's!
Oh,
Busio!
Busio is the hero, man. He's the savior. And Vitality can't get nothing, all because of him.
Humanoid tried to MacGyver something and found a McHale's. KC, they just
Untrained. It's like the plot of some horrible isekai or new version of Squid Game. There's just...
It's not fair.
Yeah, there's a Diffie in the everywhere. And again, it's the first 2 games were close. This game is a slaughter. This is a summary execution of the vibes, of the hopes and dreams of Vitality. KC will not stand for it. They refuse to fall below top 4. They refuse to miss out on moving to Spain.
Statement game from Busio. Really showing up as the best support in the league right now. The carry performance by him. He goes in again.
They're going to have the lock up. They're going to slaughter them all. Ulti from Nocko. Animation doesn't even complete before he's dead in the ground. Karzy tries to find something, but gets interrupted as he tries to start the cast on his ulti, so it doesn't even go out. The Crescent Guard not enough to keep Winston standing, and the Fountain not enough to stop Yike from going for a little bit more. That's going to do it. Game 1 close. Game 2 close. But Game 3 was a slaughter. KC secure their place in the top 4.
AC look.